Burt Reynolds finally breaks his silence on Jerry Reed in a powerful reflection on friendship, talent, and legacy. Born Burton Leon Reynolds Jr. on February 11, 1936, in Lansing, Michigan, Reynolds rose from a modest childhood in Riviera Beach, Florida, to become one of the most iconic figures in American cinema. His early athleticism, particularly in football, earned him a scholarship to Florida State University, but a series of injuries abruptly ended his dreams of a sports career and pushed him toward the performing arts, a pivot that would define Hollywood history. Beginning with small television roles in the late 1950s, Reynolds built his career through persistence, charisma, and a natural magnetism that audiences instantly connected with. His breakout role in the 1972 classic Deliverance proved he was more than a charming leading man. He was a powerful dramatic actor capable of depth and nuance. This launched him into superstardom throughout the 1970s and 1980s with films like Smokey and the Bandit, The Longest Yard, and Cannonball Run. Even decades later, his performance in Boogie Nights earned him an Academy Award nomination, solidifying his place as a multi-generational talent. Reynolds's personal life was equally eventful, marked by highly publicized relationships and marriages, from Judy Carne to Lonnie Anderson, along with romances with Miko Miyama, Dinah Shore, Tammy Wynette, and, most famously, Sally Field, whom he often called the love of his life. Despite the turbulence of fame, financial struggles, and health setbacks, Reynolds remained resilient, generous, and deeply devoted to his craft. His passion extended beyond acting into producing, directing, and even racing, proving that he was a true entertainer in every sense. But among all the people who crossed his path, it was his friendship with Jerry Reed that left one of the deepest impacts. For years, fans wondered about the bond between the two men whose on-screen magic in Smokey and the Bandit became legendary. Now, Reynolds finally opens up. Jerry was one of those people you couldn't help but admire, he says. He had this raw talent, this energy that lit up a room. Reynolds remembers their first meeting. Reed walked onto the set with confidence and swagger, but also kindness, something that made everyone gravitate toward him. Hollywood is full of talented people, Reynolds explains, but Jerry had the rare mix of talent and heart that made working with him effortless. Reynolds goes on to describe how Reed brought spontaneity and brilliance to every scene. People think we were just cracking jokes and doing stunts, but Jerry made the toughest scenes feel easy, he recalls. Reed often improvised lines or gestures that elevated the moment, and Reynolds trusted him completely, an unspoken rhythm that became the secret ingredient behind their iconic partnership. Off-camera, their friendship only deepened. They shared frustrations, victories, laughter, and the unique pressures of fame. Losing Jerry was hard, Reynolds admits. It wasn't just losing a co-star. It was losing someone who was part of my life, part of my story. The void never fully disappeared, but the memories kept Reed alive in his heart. Reynolds reflects on the lessons Reed unknowingly taught him, lessons about joy, presence, and valuing people. Watching Reed work reminded him what it meant to fully embrace life, to show up with passion and authenticity. In honoring Reed, Reynolds gives fans more than behind-the-scenes stories. He delivers a heartfelt tribute to a man whose talent and humanity shaped not only his films but his soul. These reflections preserve Jerry Reed's legacy not just in Hollywood history, but in the personal memories and lifelong lessons that Reynolds carries with him. In September 2018, Burt Reynolds passed away at age 82 after a sudden heart attack at Jupiter Medical Center in Florida. His death marked the end of an era, sending shockwaves across the entertainment world. He left behind decades of unforgettable performances, a larger-than-life presence, and a legacy that continues to inspire actors and audiences alike. And through his emotional remembrance of Jerry Reed, Reynolds reminds us that behind the lights and fame are friendships, stories, and hearts that define the true meaning of a life well lived.